In a post-apocalyptic world where you come out of cryostasis, your wife dead, your son kidnapped, there's only one thing to do, and that is hunt them down in
Fallout 4! This game, man, let me tell you something about Fallout fucking 4, ladies and gentlemen. I can't express to you guys how much time I've wasted in this game over and over and over again. Like, it just is so immersive. The first week that Fallout 4 launched, within like a week's time, I had like 3 or 4 days already logged. And when you do the math, that means like I hardly even slept. And it's true, I didn't. I just played a lot of Fallout 4. You know, who needs sleep when you got Fallout 4? Who needs sleep when you can live in a whole different universe that's not yours? That's the bottom line right there. Just when we were talking about the introduction and everything of Fallout 4, there's something so majestic about this game when you first awake in the vault, and then you get your Pip-Boy, and then you walk out of the vault. The world is surrounding you. You can freely explore everything you see the minute you come out of that vault, and that's the most fascinating part about Fallout 4. And something you couldn't do in the last Fallout games, you could shoot the birds, and that's the first thing I did. I came out the vault, and I shot a bird, and I was like, yo, that bird actually died! Can you believe that shit? You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that in the other Fallout games. Dude, look it. And before you leave that vault, you already know so much about Fallout and the Fallout universe and what happened during Fallout, which is something that they didn't really achieve in the last games. You were just kind of thrown into a world being like, hey, okay, figure it out. You know that it's the end of the world, and you gotta explore. So you go. That was like the other Fallout games, but you know they're still really good. It's just that this one gave you that extra bit of like, oomph. It was like, hey, this is what's happening to you in this world, and you come out the vault, and you could just go. You could just do whatever you want. You know, like not that the other Fallout games didn't let you do that, but it was like the other Fallout games were like open world, but not really. There was like a linear path, kinda, but not really. Whereas this game's just like, you know, you can just go ahead and do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Which in turn gives it a fantastic amount of immersion. This game is so immersive. Like I said, hours of playtime. You just forget you're even in the Fallout world. Part of that comes from the fantastic dialogue system, which people just, you know, you go up to people, you talk to them, you pick a couple options, and boom, there you go. It doesn't really give you what you would say in your conversation. It just kind of gives you an idea with one word, which is really cool. I like that. It gives a certain amount of surprise in your dialogue. It's like when you talk in real life and you happen to say some stupid shit and you're like, oh, did I say that? And then that's when you're like, okay, anyways, continuing on, you know, you just kind of go. You just don't really think about it. You just talk, you speak. And that's exactly what they do in Fallout 4. Like, giving these one-word dialogue options to click on, and you kind of just go with it. You're like, hey, that's what I would do, so yeah. And while we're talking audio stuff, the soundtrack is great. When you're listening to Diamond City Radio and you're like in some creepy ass tunnel, that's just like perfect. It makes everything just like so much more chill. You're just like bumping along some tunes, going under like an beaten up underground trainway and whatnot. You're like, yeah, no big deal. Feral ghouls, okay, it's not as scary as it seems, because I'm listening to Diamond City Radio. And while we're still talking sound, because I'm a bit of an audiophile, when you listen to this game on surround sound or like headphones, it's just like everything's just so perfectly crafted and put together as far as noise audio quality goes. And it matching up with the perfect visuals, such as just experiencing the game for the first time, it just like it's so well put together. You know, it's just the color scheme is awesome as far as the weather goes. It gets dark and creepy when it's raining and all that stuff, and it's nice, bright, sunny day. You can wander around, blue skies, all that stuff, and it's like how it should actually be in a post-apocalyptic world. Unlike the other Fallout games were like dank, gray, 50 shades of dark brown. Playing Fallout 3, you're like, man, this is great, 10 out of 10. I haven't seen this many shades of brown in so long. Go from light dark to dark brown shades of brown. I love brown. Dark green, a little bit of green mixed in with the brown. Looks like the ultimate piece of poop, you know what I'm saying?
dark green and brown like you've never seen it before in Fallout 3.
Whereas this game just has the whole spectrum. It's just there. And you can play anywhere you want. Any type of character you want to play, you can pretty much play that character. Melee builds, gun builds, power armor builds. So many different things you can do and play and such. The best way to play this game for the first go around is just play how you think you would act in the real world. That's what I find is most immersive, and that's what makes it so immersive. By playing as yourself in this game, you literally just want to stay in the Fallout world. There's actually a guy. Okay, listen to this. There's a guy suing Bethesda because he lost his wife, his job, and his kids or whatever to Fallout 4. Some dude in Russia. That just means you have shit time management and whatever. This dude is literally suing Bethesda because he just was so immersed by Fallout 4. If I was the team of Bethesda, I'd be like, yo, we must have done something right, okay? And you don't even have to do the storyline. You can just wander. You could just go wherever you think would be cool. Like, both my roommates didn't actually make it to Diamond City until way down the road. They were like, I was like, yo, why don't you just buy it in Diamond City or do stuff in Diamond City, whatever. And they're like, no. Now, there is some downside to Fallout 4, and there's a couple things I'd like to mention that I would think that need to be a little bit more improved on. Of course, there's a couple glitches here and there, such as your weapons disappearing, as I've showcased to you guys before with the best weapon ever, and a couple other things where shit just looks weird, and you glitch into things and get stuck, and hell. There's also a weird limit on the stronghold, and I wish you could just expand the stronghold to whatever size you would like, upwards or downwards. But I can understand why they wouldn't want to give the players that amount of power, essentially, is because it would put a lot of, you know, processing power onto just building that area when you come near it. On PC, you can actually mod this so you have no stronghold limit and you can just build whatever you want. And some people have made some really crazy shit doing so. But that'd be great if they just even expanded the stronghold limit a little bit, like within the DLC or something. That would be great. And unlike the other Fallout games, you can only have one companion at a time, which of course, once again, makes sense considering the companions are actually really OP in this game. But there's something about being able to, like, let's say, roll out with Dogmeat and Dance if I wanted to, just cause fucking YOLO, right? I'm also kind of disappointed in the fact that there's not as many underwater secrets as there should be. The ocean takes up like 60% of the map, and yet there's not that much in there. I've explored tirelessly, and all you find is steel bars in the deep depths of the ocean. You hope that you find like a crazy UFO or something like that, but you don't. There's nothing there. I promise you. Don't even waste your time going down there because there's really nothing there. I did a couple things, and that's it. Really. But that being said, that means they can expand it on in the DLC, which I hope I hope to God that they do. Seriously. I was also kind of disappointed in the amount of power armor options that there was. There's like 4 good sets of power armor, and like that's it. There's nothing else that's crazy. I like the way the power armor does things. I like the way the power armor goes in this game, and I have a power armor build when I play through the game. But yeah, it's just not. You just look at that. You just don't get that many options. And when you do get the options, there's only one real good set of power armor that's worth your time, which I feel like there should be more. I feel like there should like be different tiers and different awesome sets of power armor that are unique, or you could build them certain ways that make them even that much more cool, but apparently not. And not only is that power armor that's not as unique as it used to be, there's also different types of just regular armor that aren't as cool as they should be as well. Like think of New Vegas, the Legion, and their mass amounts of crazy armor sets and all that stuff, and wolf heads and all that shit. You don't get that in Fallout 4. There's not, like, you can't look like a renegade lone wolf hunter, you know? It'd be cool if I could still get this set of armor, if I even could. That would be fucking, you know what I'm talking about, right there. But you just don't have that much ability to have variety, apparently. Although you have more variety in modding stuff, you just don't get the same variety in armor sets in itself. So I guess that's kind of how it makes up for it, but once again, I just wish there was more sets. But all in all, guys, I love Fallout 4. Once again, I kind of expressed to you how much time I put in this stupid fucking game. Ugh, I just love it so much. Great execution, it's fantastically expanded upon the original Fallout series and the entirety of the Fallout universe. It's loaded full of goodies and secrets so you never get bored, has superb immersion, and really it outweighs all the cons that I did list before. I think if you're looking for something new to play, definitely play Fallout 4. I'm gonna give this game a full 10 out of 10! Would play again. Dear Bethesda, Fallout 4 is the titties nips. And as I always say, guys, drop a like for your boy Goblins if you enjoyed the video. I'll be back here with more stuff, whether it's Counter-Strike, reviews, anything else, shortly here on my channel. So take it easy, guys. Have a general good, and I'll see you then. Peace out! Yeah! Because holidays is awesome. Now I realize this Counter-Strike gameplay is also a little bit laggy because apparently my computer doesn't like the smokes when I record or something stupid. Really dumb. Just ignore it. Just pretend that it's AAA content. Pretend that I'm global elite and that I didn't just D-rank in silver, which is